Hi, I'm Kevin Blackston, editor of Philosophalia.com. Today, we're taking a look at an antique stamp perforator. The first stamp perforating machines were tested in the late 1840s, less than a decade after the world's first postage stamp was introduced. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, manufacturers like Rosbach and Latham sold perforators to whoever needed them and could come up with the cash to buy one. Print shops, for example, or local government offices that needed to perforate small quantities of stamps. This perforator is a tabletop model. As you can see, it's decorated with red and gold ornamental flourishes. Although it's only about 18 inches long, and the base and neck are actually hollow, it weighs a very heavy 45 pounds. It was obviously built to last, and it has. Although there are no markings indicating who made it or when, it probably dates to the early 1900s, maybe the 1910s. This particular machine holds a row of up to 148 pins, spaced approximately 12 every 2 centimeters, which are part of an assembly known as the comb. You can see it's this part right here. When the handle is operated, the pins descend through holes in a guide bar, through the paper that is being perforated, and finally into the perforator's base. The pins don't just poke holes in the paper that's being perforated, they actually remove tiny circles of the paper, known as chads, to create the perforations. Let's give it a try. The pins on this machine are kind of worn from use, so I'm placing a couple of extra sheets of paper underneath the one I'm perforating. That gives me nice clean holes when I do the perforations. The handle's up, I slide the paper underneath the comb, pull down, raise the handle up again. We are left with a nice perforated piece of paper. This row of perforations would be close to 10 inches long if all the pins were present. Other machines can sometimes do up to 22 inches at a time. Perforating an entire sheet of stamps requires repeating this process over and over, once between each pair of rows and each pair of columns, and once along each side of the sheet. Other sizes and styles of perforators do exist. You'll see large Rosbachs with cast iron legs showing up on the market most frequently. With all antique stamp perforators, though, although the exact mechanics may differ, the basic concept is always the same. A bunch of tiny pins, punching a bunch of tiny holes. I hope you've enjoyed this video. For more information about stamps and stamp collecting, be sure to visit Philosophalia.com.